Hi Cancer, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for February 15th through March 14th. My voice is shot. I feel fine. I don't, the last 2 days, my voice has gone in and out. I don't know what's going on. But we'll just see how it goes. Full disclosure, I did this reading and it was way too long-winded, but I think I was driving home the point, or wanting to drive home the point that well, let me get through the introduction and then okay, all right. So anyway, hi. Welcome to your Harsh Truth for February 15th through March 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Guided Intuition. Love and support to her. Check her out and show her some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life, as well as this may resonate as yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so the reading that I did before, I got kind of hung up on wanting to convince you or make sure you knew that you were in a good place. But for the Cancers that I was reading for, it was a choice to still be largely unto yourself. You just weren't ready, but you were kind of building momentum and you had all these designs on what you wanted the next relationship to be. Your person had not had any real growth because they were still looking at you, and for some it could be blaming you, but they were still kind of focused on you as far as what went wrong and how it went wrong. You were using that to figure out why it went wrong and what your part in it was and look to the future. It's not that you're better, or it's just that perhaps it was too painful for them to look at their deficits or whatnot. So you were saying, okay, it hurt, it was horrible, I'm looking to the future, how can this inform my future choices? Because there's been a shift in stability and security for you. You feel much more grounded, and the next time around, you're like, you know what, the next time it's going to be great. You're starting to kind of come out of the funk or come out of wanting to hide and just be separate from. So you're not ready yet, but you're building momentum, still working on trusting yourself and faith and security and all that. So when you're ready, you're going to be ready. And you're kind of excited about the prospects. There is someone coming in mid-March. I thought it was a couple months away, but I got March, like mid-March. So I was like, oh yeah, in a couple months. And it was like, oh my gosh, it's mid-March. That's like a month away. So there's that. And your person seemed to, instead of, you two weren't talking. So the Cancers that I was reading for, you were separated, done, over. The Death card showed up twice. So, but they were looking at you and probably blaming or attributing a lot of the relationship failure to you instead of looking at themselves. They didn't want to. What they wanted was to still be in this funk about you and then have a new relationship magically appear and them just immediately attach to that and have this new normal. Like, they didn't want to do the deep dive that you'd been doing. And that might have been why you two didn't work out, was because they couldn't handle, they were kind of fragile emotionally. They couldn't handle too much fault, or at least they couldn't handle looking at things realistically and going, okay, yeah, I was wrong about this, I was right about that, I could have been better about this, I could have accepted more of this, or whatever. They had a hard time. They were kind of stuck on how they felt, and that was the reality for them. There was no deep diving. So you two are both not interested in reconciliation, but you're using the awareness differently, and you were getting ready to get ready. There's been a shift for you in your perspective, as far as now you're kind of optimistic about the next time around, because I'm different, I'm going to choose differently, and I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like. So that was you, but your person just was still looking at you with their arms folded across their chest, waiting for another relationship to happen and be the new normal. But there was no willingness to kind of look at themselves. Not that you care, because you're this is done. Whoever the Cancers I'm reading for, you're done. So I guess it was just comparing. I don't know why they showed up if you're done. Maybe you still, because it doesn't feel like you're thinking about them, but it feels like they're thinking about you. So, okay. So that was the last reading. But I think it went on for like 25 minutes, and I felt like I repeated myself quite a bit. So I'm not going to post it. I'm going to do this one instead. All right. Cancer. Harsh Truth for Cancer. All right. Okay, 5 of Cups. The Death card. That could be Scorpio. 8 of Cups. Well, maybe I should post the first one. Good golly. 6 of Wands. I like that. Queen of Wands. That could be Aries. 5 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. Good. All right, yay. Okay, so we're still dealing with an ending here. And feeling maybe what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Maybe beating yourself up a little bit. But again, wanting to do things differently the next time. Having different plans and ideas for next time. All right, what's this Death card for Cancerian? This Death card. Page of Swords. Good for you. Building awareness, new awareness, moving through a transformation and being the wiser for it. Being very choosy about who you connect with, who you're talking to. A lot more observing and being much more careful. This could be being cynical and skeptical as well. But just wanting to make much more informed decisions. All right, what else for... What's this 8 of Cups for Cancer? Disappointment cards here. Magician. So this could be Gemini, Aries, or Virgo. All right. What's this Queen of Wands here? Eight of Wands. All right. This is 5 of Wands. Kind of the same thing here. King of Wands. So this could be Sagittarius. Kind of the same thing. This person's not really wanting to deal with what happened, and they're kind of blaming it on you, that you were very demanding, maybe very controlling, and they just want a fresh new start, completely different because you're bad and over here's good. And so there's kind of this not, kind of hasn't been this reflection on their part. They just... It's almost like there's been this new awareness for you and really wanting to do things differently this next time around, wanting the good stuff to happen and to be a part of the good stuff and to want to create good stuff. This person that you were dealing with instead wants things to happen to them, but they're not going to be giving a whole heck of a lot. They're just kind of, they don't want to invest a lot. They want to be given to. And I don't know, it's just a very lateral move. There's been no reflection on their part. They just want new normal instantly. So it's kind of the same thing as the last reading. They're wanting to get out there and get after it. This jumped. The Strength card. What's this 6 of Wands? 6 of Wands. Whoever you're dealing with that might have been an issue in the relationship, because this is someone that didn't like to look at anything and they didn't want to work anything out. They just wanted results instantly. They certainly didn't want to look at their contribution to any kind of drama or trauma, or it might have been very hard for them to say they're sorry. So this is someone that would rather walk away than do the work on something. And it's very easy. It's much easier for them perhaps to blame or to lay fault at someone else's feet rather than look at it for themselves. Whereas you've been like, okay, I'm doing a deep dive on this because I don't want to ever go through this again. There's that. But 6 of Wands and Page of Wands. That's nice. Okay. Let me get, where are they? Oh, they're there. So that kind of is paving the way for, again, that optimism and be like, yeah, everything's going to work out now. I'm clearing things out. I'm figuring out what happened and why. And you're kind of, in the other reading, it was kind of like you were kind of, the time had come to a close where you were like, you know what, I think I'm going to be ready here very soon. I'm used to the way I have been now. I don't need that much. Oh, here it is, 8 of Pentacles. I don't need to keep working on things. It might have been that your focus was on work only and very little on romantic relationships, but you had come full circle. The King of Cups showed up, and that was Pisces, but it could also be that you come full circle and the majority of the emotional work that you needed to do was done. And so instead of, like, you had shifted out of working on things, excavating and trying to do a deep dive and figure out what's going on, to looking forward to the future. You were almost ready, but not quite, but looking forward to this future of the next person, the next, dating night or whatever the next experience was going to be. You were very optimistic about it. It's because your focus had shifted from internally to starting to kind of peek outward and be like, well, maybe. So that's what we see here again. Also, you see someone just walking away and wanting to manifest and establish a new normal instantly, whereas you're like, okay, I've done all this work, I'm ready. You two aren't looking at each other. In the last relationship, your person was still looking at you. You two aren't looking at each other. So you're done. And I mean, it could be that they're reaching out to you. I don't think so. I think they're just wanting to find the next something and get involved sooner rather than later. What's this Eight of Pentacles about for Cancerian? Whereas you are looking to create something. They want something to kind of land, to happen, to instantly. You're looking at, no. When I'm ready, I want to get out there. I want to have some fun. And I want to be a part of it and choosing it and having opinions and like, no, I think I want to do this now. I'm not, and it's based on who you are now, not like what you should do or what, I'm doing it because of this. You're just in the moment. So very good. Yay. All right. What's this Eight of Pentacles for Cancer? What's this Eight of Pentacles? Magician twice. Okay. And the Queen of Wands. Quite the manifestor herself. That could be Aries, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. Sagittarius over here. What's this? The Pentacles about? Nine of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So you're again with your person, and to be honest, like I should have just done for you, because the Cancers that I'm reading for, you don't want this person. So I'm not sure why they're showing up, but okay. You're looking forward to future prospects, probably spending a lot of time with friends right now and kind of getting back out there and being more social and just being open to that. But your person is still kind of the same and kind of wanting things to just happen and wanting to, there hasn't been a whole lot of examination. To be fair, they're probably just like, you know what, well, that didn't work out, oh well. But they're wanting something to happen right away. You are ready. They might be in for kind of a repeat because there's been very little self-examination here. I think also they might not be ready for that. Maybe they just want to date. Maybe they just want to do a lot of dating and have a lot of passionate adventures with people, but they're not really interested in going the distance like they did with you, because in their own way, it really did take its toll on them, and they maybe are much slower to do the deep dive than you. This meant something to you as far as wanting to get to the bottom of this, because this was very familiar, like other relationships kind of were. Like you just didn't want to keep doing this. So there was a big incentive here for you. For them, they're not there yet. So they're still wanting to just date and, a lot, keep people at kind of arm's length, make sure that their needs are getting served first and foremost. We got the Magician and the King of Wands here. This is someone that is just really into the adventurous side of things, not really the stability side or getting kind of bogged down with emotional attachments, that sort of thing. Good or bad, it just is. All right, but we got the Magician here and the Nine of Wands. That is coming out of something, transforming grief into wisdom, and really using that as a springboard to create. So very similar to the last reading, just not as long-winded. Some of you might disagree, but we're not at least at 26 minutes, so. All right, what else for Cancer? What else for Cancer? Focusing on self-love. What do I want to do next? There's that optimism, look at that prosperity. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. That can never be a bad thing. Having that security and stability, that's always welcome, huh? Okay. And I mean, this could all be, this is also a great stamina card, and with the Magician, and then we got prosperity and the 8 of Pentacles. Probably another very successful year for you financially, business, like work continues to be solid. That part of your life is good. You've come into a really prosperous cycle. So work part, solid. All right. What else for Cancerian? The Hierophant. There's that learning curve I was talking about. Okay, this one featured this one featured twice in the last reading. So yeah, definitely a learning curve. Still building momentum and strength, still and you're not quite ready yet, but when you are, you're gonna have a solid foundation. The Ace of Pentacles showed up last time too. So that was you being just ready, like focus on security and much more aware and feeling much more solid about that. But then when it came to relationships, you're kind of like, I still need a little more time. And it's not like that's the goal, right? It just feels really good to be secure in one area finally, like to really have something work and the momentum. And I think that's what the business or job side is giving you financially, all that. And that might be where your focus is again this year. But when you're ready, you will be pleasantly surprised. Oh, I did that one. Let's see. Just because you might surprise yourself. You're not how you were before. You're going to choose differently. To be fair, okay, just as a caveat, some of you might be hiding behind like, oh, you know what? I'm just so busy and I don't really have time. And that's fine. But don't use that as an excuse, because you could make time. So if you're starting to be feeling like you're ready for a relationship, go for it. You don't need to be afraid of anything. You're not the same. You're not going to choose the same type of person. If you do, you don't let it go any further. But some of you might be kind of trying to hide behind that because you're just not ready yet. And that's okay if you're not ready. The goal is not to be ready for a relationship. Meh. But the reason why it's showing up like that is because for the Cancers I'm reading for, you've been thinking about it. Again, no harm, no foul. Who doesn't want some romance? Who doesn't want connection? It's okay. If you're not ready, you're not ready. There is a focus still on your security and self-love, self-care, all of that. But there's been a shift to where you're optimistic about your future. You're not kind of just wanting to protect yourself and insulate from your future and safeguard and build up for and protect. And you're kind of like, okay, well, that part of it's good now. What do I want to create or what do I want to look to for the future? So, yeah. What else for Cancerian? Oh, I better hurry up. I'm getting on 19 minutes here. Repeating myself. Cancer. Okay, so we got the World card. All right. Reversed. And the 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. World card reversed. And the 9 of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands. So this is about... It could be about lack of closure, but I think, and if that's the case and you're still working on things, you're kind of still working out the last final stages, that's fine. So it could be that you're not quite done working on or working things out, like figuring things out. But again, that energy is used wisely because you've been a beast at work. You're, again, financially pretty solid. Not that you're like money bags or anything, but it's consistent. It's much more stable than it has been for quite some time. So there's that. We got the 9 of Pentacles here. Again, the wisdom and happily focusing on yourself and your own rather than put yourself in the same position romantically. The focus just isn't there romantically. The optimism is, and when I'm ready one day, but you're not in any hurry. And I don't want you to feel like you should be. It's just that this is a romantically inclined reading, so it's centered around that. But this feels more like you'd rather stay working a little longer because you've had a lot of success and things have just been really good in that arena, and you don't feel quite ready yet to date. So if you're coming here for the romantic side of it, this is about you. This is about you still creating, still manifesting, turning the grief into wisdom and having standards where you'd rather be by yourself than be in positions or situations where you don't want to be where you once were. Okay, I'm stopping here because I don't want to get up 26 minutes again. I thank you for stopping by, Cancer. I hope this was helpful. I hope you're enjoying this time because you should. You've worked very hard for the prosperity that you're coming into, and also for this settling calm that you have. You're in no hurry. You shouldn't be. And please enjoy this. You've earned it. You're in a very good position right now. So, okay. You got the prosperity card. Oh, I love it. Okay. All right. Thank you for stopping by. I hope my voice wasn't too squeaky. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care. Love and support you. You keep your head up, and please don't be like, when's it going to happen? It'll happen when you're ready. And for the Cancers I'm reading for, you're not quite ready yet. You're peeking around the corner, but the focus, you're like, I don't know yet. So, okay. Okay. See you in the next reading. Take care.